everyone, welcome back to Beauty by Trish. And today what I would like to do is a chit chat, get ready with me. I'd like to talk about some things that I've really enjoyed, some things that are new to me, some things that I've pulled from my collection. And yeah, it won't always be in this format, but I really think I want to do this instead of just like doing hauls, or I mean, I'll still do some hauls, but let's just get started. I've already applied my eye cream, this Soothing Eye Contour. I've been using this also. I've been doing two different eye creams because my eyes have been really dry lately. I started using this, I've used it maybe a week, maybe a week and a couple days. And this is Lumin. This is what it looks like. I actually got a $2 off coupon from Influencer, I believe it was. And I could pick anything from this line, and I was really intrigued by this. It's Bright Now 360 Eye Treatment. And it has new technology that helps with it's an anti-puffiness, anti-dark circle, and anti-wrinkle. And this is an eye cream that you can put on the top lid. A lot of eye creams you cannot put on the top lid. It can cause issues. And I like that the packaging, it comes in this little tube, but also a pump. So I'm using a moisturizer. This is my Bobbi Brown. This is the Hydrating Face Cream. And I am trying to use up this Tarte. I do like this for my T-zone, like my cheeks, my nose. For my whole face, I really don't care for it a whole lot. It seems to ball up a lot. And the best way to use this regardless, and it might do that just because I don't have really oily skin anymore. But warm it up really good in your fingers and then just press it in there. Do have fawns on the bottle, so you will be seeing my hair up quite a bit because I really can't do anything before I go out to feed, and it's just hot. We have, what are they called? Cicadas? Locusts. Although I did see a thing where they're two entirely different things. Not always to me, they're not. So today I'm going to use the It Cosmetics. And I'm just going to put some on. You guys, this is, look at that. That is concealer that I cannot get off of here. I'm scraping it off. This is amazing, especially if you have to match up. Like if you tan, or if you don't tan, or if you go out and, you know, get tan from the sun, however you tan. But you can put this on, add your other foundation to mix it in, add your, you know, pro mixer for foundation, and then you can hold it up and see, hey, that does match my neck, so that's what color I want my face to be. Kind of a win-win situation. And I'm just going to use my little elf brush to pop this on. Okay, I have been using this because I've had it for a good while. It's my Fergie Eyeshadow Primer from Wet n Wild. Soft ochre. I did this and I used my phone because it's a big huge mirror and I can't put my camera there without you guys being like right up in my face, and I don't want to do that to you. And this is just like I'm at the very end of my peach corrector. I have also been using my Anastasia Brow Dip Pomade, and this is in chocolate. When I was at my mom's, because the weekend after, erase all that. Tev was in the hospital for a week, and she came home, not this past Sunday night, but the Sunday night before that. As I was going to bed that night and Mom was going to bed that night, we both got sick. And I was sick. I did not leave the house until that Thursday. I felt horrible. Mom was sick. Oh, it was just a mess. So that week I didn't wear makeup very many days. But the week I was at my mom's, I used this palette. This is Bare Minerals, the Regal Wardrobe. I don't know if any of you got this palette in the holiday season, but it's a really pretty, it has a small mirror, and then you have these 8 eyeshadows, you have 2 blushes, a highlight, and a bronze. And I use this. But then when I came home, I have been using that a couple times, but this is Makeup Revolution Redemption Eyeshadow Palette in Iconic 2. And their version of the Naked 2 palette. These are $7. $7. And it looks as good when I take my makeup off as it did when I put it on. Just really love this. I think I'm going to go with this today. But I did want to mention these are amazing and they are on sale right now. Comparative to the CoverGirl True Naked, these wore nicely also. The only one I had a lot of issue with, I had a lot of fallout with the golden one. I mean, there was fallout with all of them. That's how a lot of you said you could tell the difference. But you can see size-wise. And I don't remember how much these are. But I really think these are cheaper. Plus, they're buy one, get one half off. But in the CoverGirl one, which is also a nice palette, it's 6.5 grams. And in this one, it is 14 grams. Okay. I will try to share some of that phone conversation. Jackie was so excited. They have always taken Kennedy to Chick-fil-A. Kennedy loves Chick-fil-A. And they haven't gone much in the past few months because Jackie's husband, my son-in-law, has been laid off. So Jackie is very strict on the budget. But today, she told Kennedy that they could go, when they went to run errands, that they could go to Chick-fil-A. And they went up to the window, they placed their order, got up to the window, and the guy said, the gentleman in front of you, I'm looking at the wrong thing, sorry. The gentleman in front of you paid for your bill. And Jackie was like, really? And she was just shocked. And she said she didn't even think about paying for the person behind her. And then she felt kind of bad so clearly. And I said, sometimes it's okay just to take a blessing. And then when you're able to, you can do it to somebody else. It doesn't have to be right then and there. But she's pretty funny. These are dirty because I've been using them. But I got these Real Technique brushes. I'm sorry they're dirty. But you can see they're just a domed, like, crease brush. And I really do like them. They're nice and soft. And I'm going to use them to apply my crease color. I am going to put some of this on here. Just kind of. Yeah, I do want to talk to you about something, but if I start getting emotional, I'm probably just going to stop, compose myself, and then come back and talk about something else. So don't think you missed something. I just couldn't deal talking about it. So first off, this here in Wild Wonderful West Virginia, we are having our year of the locust every 17 years or something, cicadas, whatever. This kept making me think I had them crawling on my back. Ugh. Anyway, that's not what I'm going to talk to you about. I appreciate so much everybody thinking about and sending well wishes and hellos and hugs and everything to Tef. And Patty, you've even sent her a little birthday gift, and that meant so much. Tef was in the hospital, like I said. Her body temperature dropped again. I mean, we could tell she wasn't doing well. I told my mom what the doctor is, alluding to, her family doctor, I think is a pretty good option. Let's see if we can get her appointment bumped up with a urologist. We're all adults here. We can talk freely, correct? The doctor said he thinks that she keeps getting UTIs because she is not able to empty her bladder. And the problem was getting her well enough to not be on an antibiotic so they could, anyway. So she got sick again, only 3 days off of her antibiotic, which means that the infection never really went away. Now, this is what I'm perceiving. I know there's some people that are nurses, and you are more than welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just what we were told, what I comprehended from it. The infection never really had the chance to go away because there was still something underlying. What her doctor was afraid of was that she was going to turn septic. So I never, because, my mom was older, she never complains. My mom is like the most amazing woman in the world. And I never want her to think that, because she questions herself sometimes. We all do. And I never want her to think that I'm trying to take over. So finally, she called me the one morning and she's like, well, on Monday, the doctor had called Tef a stronger antibiotic in because she was getting sick again. And he had just seen her from a couple weeks before when she had been sick. And I told Mom, I said, what do you think? My gut was just telling me. But I didn't want it to be like, Mom, you need to do this. And then her be like, oh no, I couldn't make a right decision. So she said, well, I don't know. And I said, just tell me what your gut thinks. Forget everything else. Tell me what your gut thinks. And she said, probably that she needs to go to the hospital. And I said, well, let's make that happen. I knew they were going to keep her. So Mom and Roxy got her up there, and I was staying here getting things taken care of because, like I said, I knew I would be staying at Mom's, taking care of things there, being at the hospital, and then here taking care of things also, back and forth. So, which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind. I would do anything I could to help. If that's what I'm needed to do, then that's what I'll do. So when Mom got her to the hospital, which we had told the doctor, that her blood temperature was dropping again. Her body was just tired of fighting. Her body was just tired of fighting. So we told the doctor that, you know, what was going on and our concerns. And he called the emergency room and had them ready. And, you know, there was no waiting when they got there. I'm going to use these foundations, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. Her body temperature was up because I told Mom it was time to start putting the throws back. We have heated throws. Putting those back on her, and because her body temperature was dropping again. Mom had gotten it up, and it was 94. Her blood pressure was 63 over 38. So that was Tuesday. By the time they got her admitted from the emergency room, they decided to keep her, which I pretty much knew they were. They started, of course, you know, blood work. And they had done a CAT scan. The doctor came in. I got to talk with him, and I said, we need to figure this thing about her bladder out now. And he said, well, and he's like, well, we'll see. Now, mind you, he is used to all these years my mom being like, okay. Don't do that. I'm like, no. Not we'll see. We need to do this while she's in the hospital and take advantage of finding out what is going on. There's something underlying going on. And at this point, my mom's like, and he kind of looks at my mom, and my mom just like, you need to listen to her. And so, you know, we talked a little more, and I told him, I said, I am not meaning to be disrespectful. I'm truly not. But I said, let's do this and wait. Let's do this and wait. You know, it's for the birds, because my sister's the one that's suffering. And to be quite frankly, I'm tired of seeing her suffer when there are things we can do now. She had, her infection had gone into her bloodstream, and he said that she, you know, had turned septic. The next morning, 2 different urologists came in. And the one said that he thought there was medication that would be helpful. So my mom was like, okay. Well, that was, like I said, within 12 hours. Well, within like 18 hours of her being admitted. And he puts her on this medication. Which, you know, you don't know if you don't try. I get it. So she's, you know, she's talking better. They had, in the emergency room, he ordered, you know, as soon as her blood work came back, he ordered an IV with 3 different kinds of antibiotics and all this. So this is my e.l.f. under eye primer. So then Mom said the next morning, I called to check. I would always be getting updates. And she said, Tef didn't sleep. And I said, not at all. And she said, no, not at all. And I said, well, did they keep waking her? And she said, I really don't know. So then the next night, she didn't sleep. 3 nights, 4 days, no sleep. And we said, it's got to be that pill. And so Mom asked her doctor, you know, could this be causing it? And he said, oh my goodness, yes. And so he immediately took her off of it. Well, it took over, they said it would take 4 hours to leave her system, and it took a lot longer than that. a lot longer than that. I mean, she was, the one morning I called, I guess it was her second day in, and I could tell by my mom's voice, and I'm like, what's going on? And she said, I had to close the door because Tef was yelling at me so loud. What? I mean, it was making her, between the medication and no sleep and all these antibiotics and all this other stuff, it was making her delusional. She was acting crazy. And of course, you know, that upsets my mom. So I go in later, and she is just, I mean, she has now, even when she would be mean to mom or dad when he was still alive, or, I mean, very rarely, but she would never be like that with me. Well, she was not having it. I thought you said I'd get better quicker if I was in the hospital. I said, honey, you are getting better quicker. I said, don't take a bite. You were throwing up all your medicine. You couldn't keep anything down. So, you know, you will be getting better. It's just you are really sick. It's going to take a little bit of time. And I mean, she was not, there was no appeasing her. And you can't be upset with her, you know, everything she's gone through. So, it's just crazy. She came home, and we got her home, and then her leg was hurting, and she was in pain. She couldn't stay up. Just, you know, after all that she's been through, all she's fought through, volunteered for 20 years, and to see her withering away is devastating. Watching my mom watch her wither away is devastating. And we just are determined to make every day the best it can be for her. And we don't want her to suffer. Her curvature of the spine is getting so much worse. It just... But anyway, we ended up, because she was starting to get really depressed and not eat a couple days ago. So mom had the idea at the same exact time I did, let's get her a bed out here in the living room so she can lay down and rest, still be part of the family, still have interaction, and mentally she has improved a lot. She was laughing and joking with me. I went in Monday night, and she was laying there, and I said, I think your time's up. Come on, I want to lay down now. And she would just laugh and laugh and laugh. So, okay, so let me talk about these two things super, super quick. These are Revlon Color Stay. Everybody talks about these. Everybody has always said when I had really oily skin, oh, get the Revlon Super Stay or Color Stay. It's wonderful. Blah, da, 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 da. No, when I had super oily skin, I could not use these. I could not. It was a mess, a melted mess. I couldn't. And now they have a pump, which is amazing. But better yet, I don't know if they have changed their formula. Maybe somebody, one of you could tell me better than I could guess. I don't know if they've changed the formula or if it's just because my skin has changed, but I'm loving these. Something else that I have really been enjoying the past few weeks is my Urban Decay Naked Skin again. Absolutely love that stuff. Love it, love it. All right. So that is done. I'm going to set it using my Rimmel Stay Matte. Okay. Now I have also been using, what is that from? I have also been using my CoverTalks 10 powder. Really like this. It has a little more coverage than this, but it's not mattifying. You'll have more of a natural kind of a finish with this, but this really is a nice powder. I'm going to use everything that's in this to-go palette, but something else I did pick up and I've used and had fun with are these, and this is like for the past, you know, few weeks, month, if you will. City Color, I got a Five Below locally, and I went in, never been in one before, and I got Papaya. These are Be Matte Blush. I've heard a lot of people talk about these and how beautiful they are. This is Papaya. And I think I've tried all of these. This is Pink Grapefruit. Ouch, I hurt my finger. This is going to be one of my favorites. This is Blackberry. Look at this. Look! Look! And this is Toasted Coconut. And I thought this would be a perfect contour. And that's what I'm going to use it for. And I thought I had, yes I do, had this little Lorac contour brush here. And these are powdery. I mean, they were, I think, $3. But look at that. Look at that. Okay. The Love Letter. I'm going to use the Skinny Dip bronze. This is the Physicians Formula eyeliner. Okay, so one thing that I have really been loving is this It Cosmetics Mascara Superhero. This is amazing. Let me show you the brush. You do have to watch because sometimes when you pull it out, there's like a ginormously more than you will ever need amount on the brush itself on the wand. So I'm going to finish my eye makeup, add some blush. I'll just add blush now. I'm going to use this brush. This is the one I got up at Marshall's. This is the 101 Angle Contour Brush. And that is the brand. I'm just going to take the Love Letter. And I would like to take this Summer Fling, this really light peach one, and just top that. And blend it back into the Love Letter. Just like that. I'm going to take the Brilliant Sunset just on the tip of this brush. And put it right there. I'm going to use my NYX finishing spray. That is really pretty, and I will tell you, my voice, this formula reminds me of the CoverGirl Lava lip glosses. That's what this, the thickness and the firmness of this remind me of. Any more to my hair until I'm done feeding our little girl in the barn. Thank you guys so much for getting ready with me for chit-chatting. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing some of the things that I have been enjoying. There's just a couple more things that I would like to share with you really quick. I did see a new display at Target, and I don't remember if these are Maybelline's new Vivid or new bolds. I think they're new bolds, but they're in like a really pretty, like a blue transparent packaging. This is $7.70. This is so far my favorite of the shades. I have an Instagram photo wearing this one, and also the $7.90. And yes, look at that. Very pretty. Now, this did appear to be just a touch more on the patchy side. And if you look at it in the tube, it reminds me a lot by look of the soft mattes that Maybelline also has. They don't wear as long as the soft mattes do, and they don't have that same texture on your lips, of course. They don't claim to be a matte. But if you're thinking because of the look of it, which is kind of what I did, that it might be, it's not a matte, but it is a very nice lipstick, but you will have to toss it in your bag and carry it with you to do touch-ups through the day. Also, the Katy Cat matte from CoverGirl. I have several of those, and I've been playing around with those and trying those out, and I will be doing videos on those very soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy this video. Thank you so much for being patient with me, understanding that family comes first, and knowing that I still love you and you guys still mean so much to me, but it's just really tough. It's just really tough. Thank you guys for all your love, all your support. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.